Hello coders, welcome to yet another two-part video series, the Hackathon Master Class, a beginner's guide to hackathons. In this first part, we will be discussing what, why and how of the hackathons. So without any further ado, let's get started.
So what's a hackathon? So basically, a hackathon is a team event. So it's stretched over a long period of time. So what it's like from anywhere between 24 to 48 hours. So groups of people come together, and the only goal is to have fun and write some piece of software which solves a great problem. So that's basically hackathons. Now hackathons can be offline or online. So nowadays they have been starting to get online. But in any case, hackathons are great fun. They give you with a whole lot of experience.
Okay, so now why is it a need to attend hackathons? I'll be telling you that because it's an obvious thing. You will have a question on why do I need to attend any hackathon? What's the requirement? So first thing is networking. So in this particular hackathon, you meet like people from different regions, different college, or some people you haven't seen, and also you will see many different judges. So with attending hackathons, your network already grows. When you interact with others, your network is just growing. Okay, so it's an amazing opportunity. Now, hackathons are usually done in teams. Okay, so obviously you learn the requirement of a team, how to do a teamwork, bond, and get every single thing done properly. Now, there comes the perks of hackathons. There is free food, swags, and t-shirts. So that's like you get free food only in the offline hackathons, but swags and t-shirts are there for both offline and online hackathons. Now, also for the winners, if you win the hackathon, if you're in the first runner-up, second runner-up, or the winner of the hackathon, you get cash prizes and many other benefits as well. There are like lots of credits, lots of cash prizes for you, and it's really fun. Okay, now even if it's your first hackathon and maybe it's your first time doing anything, so you will be improving a particular skill set of yours in that. So that's like a complete win-win. Whenever you go to a hackathon, you give your best, you do whatever you want, but in the end, it's a win-win situation itself. You learn. Now, let's say you make a project and you might not have won, so it doesn't really matter. But if there are like the judges over there, like always 5 to 6 judges who look around and see your projects. So every single time there is some one judge or two who are looking for people, extraordinary people who are committed to work. So you might just get job opportunities as well. So being in a hackathon is really fun, bonding work, and there are a lot of perks attached to it. So next thing will be teaching you how to do a hackathon, the prerequisites and the steps on what you do when you are in a hackathon.
Okay, great. So so now the first thing to do in hackathon is to get into hackathon. So what's necessary is you guys need to have your GitHub profiles created and updated, LinkedIn profiles updated, as well as you need to have a resume. Thing is, there are many people who want to get into a specific hackathon. So to keep some bar, they will look at these three things most of the time. So keep those updated with any projects and any experiences that you have. That would greatly increase your chances into getting into these hackathons. So how how to hackathon? So I'll present a three-step process. Now this may sound very simple, but it's difficult to execute. So the first thing is you need to find a problem that you regularly face, and it's good to have that the problem has not been solved yet. Now this can be easy to say, but this is the hardest part to identify some problem that you face regularly. Now, once you have identified a problem, obviously this would be a very open-ended problem. So you need to come up with lots of solutions to the problem that you're facing. Now, again, as this is an open-ended problem, there can be many solutions, and then you need to decide upon a solution that you can build upon during the hackathon. So you need to try to look out for solutions which can be provided by tech or writing your own software. And the third step would be to choose a tech stack that matches your skill set as well as the problem statement. So essentially, you need whatever solution you're choosing, you need to be able to build that solution during the hackathon. Now, these three steps sound very simple, but there's a caveat. Many people start from number three. I'll give an example. Like, many people go through the thought process of, for example, let's say, I'll be making a machine learning model wherein I can take in images and identify the objects from the images. Then the thought process goes like, okay, so I have this, so maybe I can write some um, Python code or something that allows me to import images and then list out the objects that my model sees. And then there'll be the next thought would be, okay, so this can be used by blind people who cannot see. So maybe by identifying the image objects in the image, I can read them aloud so they can see, get to know what's around them through a webcam. Now, this is a very this is the reverse way of thinking, that you are first focusing on tech, then you try to come up with a solution, and then for that solution you design a problem. This the Your project sounds very cool, but since the problem is derived from the solution, most of the time you'd have difficulties scoring higher up in the hackathon. So always start with the problem, then the solution, then the take.
Sal, could you like give a better layman understanding on what a problem is in a hackathon?
Okay, great. So a problem is so now these hackathons usually have several streams. So they have certain themes on which you might decide to try to develop your project or software on. So some good example of themes are like healthcare. So healthcare or finance, um, or education. So these themes, what they do is they point you in a certain direction. For example, if you have finance, so a problem that you could try to solve is the younger generation, the students are not investing or saving money. So that could be a problem. Essentially, you need to identify a certain problem that you see yourself and you may face it, and there is no good enough solution that you feel in this world. So pick a theme, try to find a problem, and then try to hack it out.